Okay, I've just jumped on for a quick update. Um, Looks like Louisiana's sending 5 air superiority fighters, 5 heavy bombers. Not sure how they've been able to build 5 heavy bombers so quickly. They're obviously pretty prolific in gold using, so if that's a sign of things to come, then I don't know what we'll do. And then a couple of air superiority fighters going in there to these planes on the floor. So it's, yeah, the heavy bombers. Let's have a look at their stats. Ooh, 8.5 attack against troops, 5 against buildings. Yeah, I'd say Jonathan wants to try and get out of there if he can. I'll see if I can give him a ring, or even if he thinks there's any point in trying to get out of there. Oh, we've seen it, yeah. Okay, we'll see if he can do anything. I don't think there is. Well, 5 heavy bombers at this level of the game. You wouldn't have expected that. Let's have a look. So, heavy bomber. Don't cost a huge amount to research. Don't cost a huge amount to build, but just the time it would take to build 5, as well as 5 air superiority. Well, 7 air superiority fighters. It's not really possible, I don't think, without using quite a lot of gold to speed those unit completions. I think we're going to struggle against Louisiana. Not too sure what to do about that one. Let's see what happens then. So we've got 7 minutes till they hit. Looks like Jonathan's staying put. He's got a mobile SAM, but you know that's not gonna cut the mustard. It will attack them, and it will start papping off soon because they're just about to go into the circle of influence. But it's not going to be enough. It might hit them twice, might take out 1 of each plane. I think you'd probably need, let's have a think, maybe 3 or 4 mobile SAMs that are quite leveled up to maybe stand a chance against some of these. They've got 115 hit points as a stack for the bombers, 110 for those planes, and then these planes are following the helicopters. Ooh, that's going to get nasty. Although he does have an air superiority in there, which he might not have spotted, and it's only 2 air superiorities going after those. So I guess I could see about giving him a bit of support from an air superiority I've got over here. It's a bit battered. But yeah, he needs to get a bit closer. So this one's going to hit in 10 minutes. Thing is, I don't want to get too close to this stack. So the range of the mobile SAM 75, the attack range and the radar range. So it should get some shots off. I don't know if it'll hit both stacks. So we'll have to see. I guess they need to get a bit closer. The red ring we're seeing is probably the radar range at 100 yet. That'll be it. So any second now the anti-air will kick in, and we'll see how much damage it does. Normally 1 mobile SAM in a stack would be quite enough to help out, really. So we're going to have to rethink things. Right now I can't really see how we would take on Louisiana. I think they've probably got this one, but we'll see. I normally underestimate ourselves. Because, of course, if it was just us focusing on Louisiana, we may stand a shot, but the rest of the board have joined with Louisiana to group up against us. So even if we could just focus on Louisiana, there's everyone else to worry about. Okay, so we're 3 minutes away. Jump back a bit. Graphics can be a bit funny sometimes. And I'd expect the SAM to start going off very soon. Not at war. Is he at war? We'll check. Just on a WhatsApp, seeing if he's at war, because then they must be. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, so what sort of damage is this mobile SAM doing? Oh my goodness me, it's barely chipped away. So it's taken away 5.2 damage on the bombers and 10.9 damage on the air superiority fighters. Now it'll go off. Oh, is it every 10 minutes? Yeah, every 10 minutes. So you can normally hit them going in and out. But there's so much going on here that even if he does survive this hit by the bombers, the hit on the way out isn't going to count for much. So we'll certainly watch this through, actually, because this is quite obviously a defining point of the game. This is one of Jonathan's, well, it's Jonathan's biggest stack, and that would normally be enough to repel, you know, most attacks at this stage in the game. So we've got 2 minutes until it hits. So that air superiority is going after these choppers. I will do something to try and help, because you've got to try. Okay, so declaring war on Louisiana, at war. And it looks like I'll intercept here. Is that an intercept path or is that just Jonathan's? Difficult to know, but I might intercept here and they might just get past so I can get a shot in. And then when they hit, they'll find his air superiority there as well. This is going to be carnage. Even this stack of air superiority fighters will have a bit of an impact. So they've got 2 attack against troops, 1.5 against tanks. And if they're going in after the bombers, so the bombers hit in 1 minute, air superiority in 54, 53. So the air superiority will hit first. And the natural air defense, 2 on the officer. 1 for each of the troops, so they've got 5. 1 for the combat recons. Well, 1 for each of the troops is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I don't know if the mobile SAM will directly defend itself. It should do. So maybe 16. Damn, defense is just not going to be enough. Here we go. They're starting to bomb. So 17, 16, 15 till the bombers hit. We'll see what he's left with. See this picture change. So the air superiority have hit and he's taken a bit of damage, and the bombers have hit. And is that the damage he's taken? I would have expected more damage. Next anti-air in 5 minutes, so I think they may just get away. Depends. Okay, so they've lost a bomber and they've lost an air superiority. God, that would be good if he could get another shot in with his mobile SAM. We've got another couple of mobile SAMs nearby, 1 there and 1 in here. Yep, he's speeding that to them. I wonder if there's any way. No, it's going to take like 8 hours. Wonder if I've got any. Got one air defense in the Sheridan tank, but the tank will add hit points, so that will get there in 2 hours. If I rush it, it's 1 hour 27, so it will add hit points, and I think anything at this point to try and keep them alive and get that SAM working is going to benefit. Don't think I'm going to get to the helicopters in time with my air superiority. Should have sent it off a bit earlier. Okay, that's... wow, that's a hell of an attack. Is the anti-air still going off? He's on 90.7 health on the bombers. Is he going to get another shot off? Next air attack in 4 minutes? I don't think so. Looks like the air superiority are gone because their speed is 12 and the bombers' speed is 10, so they're a bit more susceptible. I'll be able to add 30 hit points of life to this stack, so it does get spread out a bit. He's lost 1 motorised infantry. The officer's taken a pretty bad hit, almost down to half health. Probably lost a combat recon, I'd imagine. The mobile SAM hasn't lost as much life. That's the main one you want to be keeping. Okay, I don't think I'll get to hit this these air superiority fighters, but interestingly, they might get hit by the mobile SAM on the way back, which they probably will, so that'll help. Quite why they didn't get hit on the way in, I don't know. They must have come from somewhere slightly different, I think, or they were slightly out of range. So we'll see what happens here. So we're going to need, God, probably 2 or 3 mobile SAMs in a stack, and that's going to be difficult to come by. And Jonathan will certainly be losing out on some troops there. I wonder if his officer buffed the air defense. That's interesting to think about. Attack and defense plus 20% for the troops. So he'd have buffed the troops' defense by 20% of the anti-air, so an extra maybe 1 point, so not a lot. And we're 1 minute away from 2 air superiority fighters attacking a stack of helicopters that does have 1 air superiority fighter. Oh God! And I hadn't realised. What's he done? He's changed course. Okay. Actually, the officer's in there. The officer hasn't got any attack against air. Okay, that's fine. He's got away with it. So the air superiorities have changed track. Not wanting to go after that. They probably looked in the stack and seen that there was an air superiority in there. Well, live to fight another day, just about. And he's got 4 planes instead of 5 now, so he can't gold heal them, which is the classic MO of Louisiana. And but he can pump some more out. And with the gold players, it's always a case of just how much are they willing to spend and how far are they willing to go with just spending the money. That's normally the case, and at the point where they just give up spending money, that's normally where you get them. And the only question is, in this game, will we be able to outlast Louisiana spending money? That's what it's about, unfortunately. That's the question. Okay, we can send the air superiority back. Gonna have to keep a close eye on this game. $7.9 hours. Okay, well that's changed the dynamics a bit. We're just going to have to defend and defend for our lives, really. Yeah, he's certainly got some strong forces there. Okay, well, we've lived to fight another day. That's a small update. see some bombers attacking. Never seen the heavy bombers attack. Not normal heavy bombers. We've seen elite heavy bombers, but yeah, they're pretty lethal, especially on vehicles. No, especially on troops. Not so good on vehicles. That's why it didn't do the mobile SAM so much damage. Oh, but God, the people in the buildings. Is there anything left? Okay, over and out.